Hi, I'm Jesse Ortiz of the Bobby Jones Golf Company. Later on this week, I've been invited to play in a charity golf tournament over at Poppy Ridge here in Northern California that's sponsored by the 3M company. 3M has been excited for several years that I use their polymer bonding membrane to put this indestructible face insert on the face of our wedges. This face insert alone costs more than most of my competitors' heads, which makes this club very, very special. Just one of the features that makes these wedges very special, and probably the best wedge value in all of golf. There isn't another wedge on the market with this much technology packed into it, and now with the end of season prices, this is an unbelievable value. Well, I was looking to find out how I could get to the golf course, since I've never played Poppy Ridge. I decided to also jump and Google some of the websites that were reviewing the wedges. Our wedges get an extremely high rating, which was, I felt very proud of. But what was interesting is that there were two features that always popped up in the reviews that were not quite as positive. And I found that puzzling because the two features I felt are the most important or the most advantageous features of our clubs over the other wedges that are on the market. Most of the comments centered on the weight of the club and the size of the grip. The size of the grips on our wedges are a little bit bigger. That's so it quiets your hands. Dave Pelz believes that if your hands are quiet and somewhat locked in, you'll be able to execute those finesse shots a lot better. And I agree with him 100%. The grips aren't that much bigger, they're a mid-size, but they also help you when you're chipping around the green. When you choke down to the bottom of the grip, you still have something in your hands, and it gives you a lot more control. The other factor that came up on the websites was the weight of the wedges. I found that very puzzling because the heavier the wedge, the smoother the stroke is going to be. A lot of golfers get quick, choppy, handsy because the wedge is too light. If you compare our wedges with the others on the market, yes, our wedge is heavier, but it's an advantage, not a disadvantage. I liken it to what's happening now with putters. The big thing in putters now seems to be the belly putter, the longer putter, for two reasons. One, it's because you can anchor the putter to your belly, you get a more steady stroke. But the other thing that's important that makes the belly putters so popular now is the fact that when you make the club longer, the putter longer, you're making the head heavier. The longer the shaft, the more you're going to feel the head weight. The weight in the head promotes a smoother stroke. It's no different in a wedge. In the wedge, the heavier feel promotes a smoother, more deliberate stroke. If you haven't tried our wedges, you owe it to yourself, especially now with these great end-of-season values. Now's the time to try out our wedges and prove to yourself that these are real game changers. I'm Jesse Ortiz for the Bobby Jones Golf Company. Play well, play often, and always have fun.